Break out the katanas and get ready to break the fourth wall. Deadpool is coming, and even if we can't give you teleportation or an insane healing factor, we can give you a theme that would make Wade Wilson squeal like a Canadian schoolgirl. I'm Ara from Android Central, and let's get awesome. As with all our themes, a folder with everything you'll need to assemble this project yourself is in the description below. Today, we'll be using Nova Launcher. We're going to start things off by copying assets over. Bring the fonts we'll be using into the fonts folder in Super Widget. You can also take this time to copy your desired sounds and the wallpaper over to their intended folders. Now we're going to set our wallpaper with this sweet, blood-stained Deadpool logo dead center on your home screen. Icons are up next. For their luscious red-black color scheme, we're using the aptly named Mercenary icon pack from The Flash. After setting the pack, we're going to add a bit more Deadpool flair to the app drawer shortcut. Edit the icon, select Mercenary, and then scroll down, down, down to the T's. Among the rest of the Flash's apps, we see the Mercenary icon. Now, it's time to get zany with Super Widgets. We'll begin with a 3x3 Super Widget that we will stretch to cover that entire beautiful bloody logo. The subgrid placement in Nova Launcher will be especially helpful for this. Once you've got your placement right, tap on the widget to configure. This widget is going to take advantage of Zuper's built-in templates, the progress clock. This is actually a bit too busy for our theme, so we're going to tap Layout and select all of the layers besides the 3 progress bars and delete them. The remaining progress bars need to be color adjusted for our theme. In each progress bar, change the foreground color to a transparent white. Hex code 13FFFDFD. Tap the new color preview box to set it. Next, we'll change the color from a Deadshot orange to a Deadpool red with hex code FB00000. After you do this with all 3 progress bars, it's time to get our widget lined up with our wallpaper, which is a bit of a challenge considering you can't see it in the Zuper configuration screen. You'll have to approximate your scaling in XY offset, go back to the home screen, tap the widget, and retweak as needed. Once you have that big widget where you want it, tap the Widget on Tap action to change it from Zuper configuration to disabled, so tapping this extra large widget won't take us away from the home screen. If you need to readjust the widget anymore, you can open the Zuper Widget Pro app and tap Configure Widgets. And we are far from done with widgets. Next up, we'll grab a 3x1 Zuper widget and stretch it to fit most of the top of our screen. Tap to configure, and rather than pull a pre-made template, we're going to start from scratch with an empty widget. Start by making the widget background completely transparent. Now, to begin building the widget. In Layout, we'll start with a rectangle, expanding it to cover most of the preview box. We'll change the color from white to Deadpool's signature yellow thought box. Hex code FFFFF78B. Next, we'll need another rectangle, or more accurately, we'll need a black border for our thought box. Change the outline from 0 to 3 or 4, depending on the size of your screen, and increase its size to match our previous rectangle. It's time for some thoughts in the thought box. Adding a rich text module, we will switch the text from white to black and from the normal basic font to back issues italics. When manually editing your text, feel free to get creative. After all, Deadpool is a highly creative guy. In the interest of keeping this widget and video PG-13, I've gone with a relatively simple weather widget that states my current location and current temperature. Once you've added your text, you may want to alter the font size or need to manage the margins so that Deadpool's thoughts stay inside the box. Heading back to the home screen, you can make any more adjustments you think you need, or you can add another thought box, overlapping with our first box slightly. This time we'll do a 2x1 widget built just as before with a yellow rectangle, a black outline, but this time we'll go with the bold and italicized back issues font for our text. Once again, you can get creative, but I'm just going to add on the current weather conditions. Last but by no means least, we need to get our sounds. I like the katana notification tone, but the guns are also attention grabbing. For ringtones, X Gonna Give It To You by DMX and Shoop by Salt and Pepper have been blasting in the trailers for Deadpool, but for a slightly meta choice, go with Hollaback Girl, which Deadpool listened to in the test footage that led to the new movie finally getting a green light. And that's it. Everything you need to prove you're a big enough fan to make Bob, Agent of Hydra, jealous, and send Spider-Man screaming into the next page of the book looking for a new phone. Now, go make some chimichangas and get ready to have your mind blown by the new Deadpool movie.